Are you tired of the same old side dishes? I know I get stuck in a rut too. But today I have a delicious recipe for couscous with zucchini and onions. You just gotta give it a try. Hi, I'm Shelly from Frugal Family Home, where I create quick tutorials to help build your cooking and baking confidence. And today I want to share with you this simple and easy recipe for couscous with some zucchini and onions put into it. It's yummy, delicious, and definitely different from your usual side dishes. So let's get started and I'll show you how easy it is to make. First thing we need to do is cut up our veggies. I have a small zucchini here and I'm just going to cut it in half and use half of it. And if there's a lot of seeds inside, you'll want to remove those, but this one's a small one so it doesn't have any seeds. Cut off the end, and then we're just going to cut it in strips because we want smaller pieces, just like that, and then turn it and cut across. And that'll make the perfect size pieces we need for our recipe here. It's a nice bite of zucchini, but if you have family members like I do who don't like zucchini, then this is perfect. We have our diced zucchini all ready to go. My onion, this is about 1/4 of an onion because it was huge. It was a huge onion. It's a Walla Walla sweet onion. We like the sweet onions. And so this one I'm only going to use 1/4 of it, but if you have a smaller onion, you could use 1/2. And again, we're just going to slice it across first, and then we're going to slice it the other direction. And now we have our onions and zucchini chopped. We're ready to start cooking. Here we have our coconut oil, and we're just going to put half of it in to start. We're going to save the other half for when we do the couscous. And we're just going to move that around and get that melted. And once the bottom of the pan is nice and coated with oil, we'll be ready to go. Now that our oil is melted, we're going to go ahead and add our zucchini and onions. And we're just going to saute them for a couple of minutes just to soften them up. Okay, so now we have the zucchini and onions. They're just cooked a little bit here. The onions are a little translucent and the zucchini has just turned a little yellow, and that's just what we want. We don't want to cook it very long, just to soften it up a bit. Now we'll take this out of the pan and we will start cooking the couscous. Now that we have our veggies out of the pan, we're going to put the rest of the coconut oil into the pan and just heat that up until it melts. Now that our coconut oil, or if you're using butter, your butter is melted. Now it's time to add our couscous. And I'm using the pearl couscous here in this recipe. And so we're just going to add that into the pan. That's 1 cup of couscous. And we're just going to toast it a little bit in the oil just for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, our couscous is just lightly toasted. There's a little browning on it, and we're going to remove it, put it with the veggies, and get the water ready to cook it. Now we're going to add 1.5 cups of hot water and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to cover that, bring it to a boil, and then we'll add the couscous. Now we're just going to add our couscous to the boiling water, give it a stir, and cook for about 10 minutes. And then we'll add our veggies. Okay, our couscous has been simmered for about 10 minutes, and we're going to add our veggies back in to finish cooking them. So they'll be tender, crisp, but not soggy. So we're just going to stir those in and return it to the burner for about 5 more minutes. And our couscous is done. It's nice and tender. And the veggies are nice and tender too. So we're ready to go ahead and dish it up. And now we'll just add a little parsley on top. And our couscous is ready to serve. And that's it. That's how the simple steps to make couscous with zucchini and onions. And if you'd like the printable recipe, just look for the link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.